Positioned right above the Redmi Note 8 Pro, the new Poco X2 is looking to put fresh pressure on Realme. It costs slightly less than the Realme X2, which means it could be the new leader of the sub 20,000 rupee segment. We're going to deep dive into the Realme X2 as well as the new Poco X2 to tell you which is the better of the two to buy. Please do remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you know whenever we post a new video. The new Poco X2 is available in 3 variants and you can see the pricing and specs on screen right now. On the other hand, the Realme X2's base variant is slightly more expensive, which makes this an interesting battle. The Realme X2 is a little smaller and considerably lighter than the Poco X2. Both companies have used Gorilla Glass on the front and rear of these two phones. You might find yourself more distracted when watching video on the Poco X2 though, as content surrounds and draws attention to the camera cutout. In terms of display quality, it's hard to pick a winner. The Poco X2's UI does feel very smooth thanks no doubt to the 120Hz refresh rate. However, colors aren't particularly vibrant on this device. It's the opposite with the Realme X2. The Super AMOLED panel does make colors more vivid and blacks are deeper for better contrast. Which one you prefer will be entirely subjective. The Realme X2's maximum volume is louder than that of the Poco X2. However, the sound quality of the Poco X2 both through its speaker and headphones is better. The Poco X2's side-mounted fingerprint sensor is awkward to use and slow, and it will be difficult for left-handed people to get used to. Realme has used an in-display fingerprint sensor which works quite well. The Poco X2 has an infrared emitter on the top which can be used to control common appliances. This feature is missing on the Realme X2. Both the Poco X2 and the Realme X2 feature the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G processor. Needless to say, day-to-day usage was problem-free with both phones. Both phones defaulted to the high settings in PUBG Mobile, and we didn't see any stuttering or hitching with either of these demanding games. The Realme X2 is lighter and somewhat less fatiguing over 20 or 30 minutes of gaming, though the Poco X2 has a larger and somewhat more immersive screen. Let's take a look at the battery and charger specs for both devices. Both phones lasted us through a full day of normal usage, though the Realme X2 gave us a few more hours the next morning. Our HD video loop test ran for 13 hours 43 minutes on the Poco X2 and 13 hours 11 minutes on the Realme X2. We were happy to see the Poco X2 running Android 10 out of the box, although the MIUI 11 skin, also identified as Poco Launcher in some places, is not our favorite because it saddles users with a lot of bloatware, ads and spammy notifications. The Realme X2 ships with ColorOS 6, which is based on Android 9. An update to ColorOS 7 and Android 10 has been promised for March 2020. Realme does a little better when it comes to bloat and ads. We've already done an in-depth camera comparison and you can check that video for more information. Overall, it looks as though these two phones are very evenly matched. The Poco X2 has some interesting highlights on its spec sheet, most notably the 120Hz refresh rate screen. However, the Realme X2 feels like the more comfortable phone to live with. It's more compact, it delivers better battery life, has a more engaging display and less intrusive software. You wouldn't regret buying either of these phones, but when it comes down to making one final decision, we have to give it to the Poco X2 based primarily on its price. That was our comparison of the new Poco X2 and the Realme X2. Thanks for watching, and for more videos like this, please do visit us at gadgets360.com.